I request all the candidates graduated to the various degrees to kindly stand up. I invite Father Chancellor to confer admission of degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as a Chancellor of Christ University, I hereby admit you to the various degrees, having been examined, certified, and approved by Christ University under the Deanery of Science and Faculty of Engineering. I prevail on you that ever in your life and conversation you show yourselves worthy of the degree awarded.
Please remain standing. In your Convocation Ceremonial Handbook, please turn to page 7 for the graduation pledge. I request Professor Nanjegowda, Dean of Science, to administer the pledge to the graduating students.
Please keep your right palm close to your heart and repeat the pledge after me. As a graduate of Christ University, I promise to uphold the dignity, honor, and prestige of this university. I will conduct myself with honesty and integrity, taking responsibility for my actions and repeating the rights and requesting the rights, opinions, and dignity of all. I will cherish the core values inculcated in me in this temple of learning and will uphold them in the journey of my life. I will use my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability for the advancement of knowledge, for the well-being of the community, and for public good. I will strive to create a better society with a sense of fairness, social justice, and environmental responsibility. I will follow the path of righteousness with respect to all ethical considerations to prove myself a worthy citizen of my country. As I leave the portals of my alma mater, I promise to carry on the good tradition that I belong to in whatever I do, strengthened by the mission and guided by the vision of excellence and service. I take this pledge by reaffirming my faith in God Almighty, who will always be my guiding spirit.
You may please be seated. Heartiest congratulations on graduating. To be awarded a degree from Christ University, to be awarded a degree from Christ University entails dedicated endeavor. With your wings strengthened with academic excellence, values, and skills, your graduation also marks your transformation. Transformation into young and responsible men and women ready to take on challenges of life. We are honored and privileged to have Mrs. Rashmi Urdhvareshe, Director, Automotive Research Association of India, Pune, as the chief guest on this solemn occasion. Ma'am, may I request you to kindly deliver the convocation address.
the Chancellor, Dr. Francis Thomas Ikra, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Thomas Matthew, dignitaries on the dais, respected professors, staff, my dear students, their parents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this spectacular convocation ceremony of Christ University in this beautiful campus. It's indeed an honor for me to be talking to the best and brightest minds in the country. My thanks to the Board of Management of Christ University for giving me this opportunity to address this Convocation 2050 of Deanery of Science and Faculty of Engineering. Dear students, it's a very significant event of your life where years of your hard work, months of exams, and hours of anxious moments have culminated into rewards and recognitions. To those of you who have received special honors, special awards, and distinctions, I say congratulations and well done. And to those remaining students, I say you too may one day become Steve Jobs or Einstein of India. The first class degree may mean a specific level of achievement in academic career of a student. Come to real life. First class has nothing to do with the clothes you wear, the car you drive, or the house you live in. First class is and always will be about the content of your character, the quality of your ideas, and kindness in your heart. As you will step out of the comfort, warmth, and protection of your homes, you will find yourself in a very different world. This world will be full of challenges, surprises, successes, and failures. It is clear that future holds great opportunities for you. It also holds pitfalls. The trick would be to avoid the pitfalls, seize the opportunities, and at the end of the day, get back home by 6 o'clock. As somebody has put it, जब परीक्षा वाली जिंदगी पूरी होती है, तब जिंदगी की परीक्षा चालू होती है. On the skills, many have talked, many would talk to you, share with you. I have a very special message for you. India, as you know, is a tradition of learning, and it is estimated by the year 2022, the average Indian age would be 29, as compared to other countries like in China it would be 37, in USA also it will be 37, and it will be 45 in Europe. So India has a potential not only to meet its own manpower requirements, but it can also cater to the manpower demand of other nations. Filling up these skill gaps requires contribution from the government, academia, as well as the industry. Government of India has announced a national policy on skill development, which is a major step towards bridging this gap by emphasizing vocational training and training to the workforce. Through these policy measures, it has set a target of providing skills to 500 million people by 2022. Academia is also an important part of this initiative, and your university has been contributing over years by virtue of producing talented students like you. Dear friends, you will have ample opportunities and sectors to choose from. At the global level, India is the most important emerging economy. With the Prime Minister's call of Make in India, several jobs and entrepreneurship possibilities are in front of you. I would like to extend a special welcome to all of you to the automotive world, where I belong. This sunrise sector at this moment offers more than 13 million direct or indirect jobs. Apart from its job potential and glamour, it offers immense possibilities for R&D and learning for young engineers and scientists. Several new technology areas are emerging in the automotive, such as lightweight materials, alternate materials, green fuels, active and passive safety requirements, advancements in human interaction studies, use of electronics on automotives, driverless cars, electric vehicles, hybrids, you name it, and it's there. Reducing the road fatality is a very important national as well as international initiative in what is declared as the United Nations Decade of Road Safety. Energy security of the country is posing challenges for R&D engineers. Also, important considerations are maintenance and recyclability of in-use vehicles. Development of smart cities will see an entirely different scenario in transportation engineering and traffic management. India also aspires to increase its export to overseas markets, taking advantage of its domestic capabilities. In summary, automotive sector is opening its gates to all subjects under science, technology, and engineering. I invite you all to track the advancements in this sector and be a proud part of the nation-building initiative. Many young professionals like you, especially women, often ask me advice about how to achieve work-life balance. While I have no ready-made answers and no ready-made recipes as such, all I would advise young professionals like you is that life is all about making choices and making right choices. Always do your best to make the right one, and always do your best to learn from the wrong one. But then, how do we make the right choice? Your guiding forces in making the right choices would be your values, your mission, your dreams, and your capabilities. And you will agree that all of these four aspects are your assets which you have built yourself for more than 2 decades after your birth, with the support from your parents, families, alma mater, friends, and so on. Use these assets to make the right choices, and you will find yourself in good balance in life. Another piece of advice to my young friends here is that do not hesitate to take risks. It is possible that 20 years from now, you may perhaps be more disappointed by the things that you couldn't do or you didn't do than what you actually did. So all successful men, whether it men, women, everybody, if you see, they're all great dreamers. They imagine what their future could be. They imagine it in full as a respect, and they work every day towards achieving this vision. That vision or the goal and the purpose is what they pursue. So throw off your bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds, and you will sail. Explore, dream, and then discover. While you do it for yourself, Also make the difference to the world around you. And how can you make the difference? It is said that education is the most powerful tool for changing the world. You are now educated. Your certification is your degree. You may think of it as a ticket to good life. Let me ask you to think it as an alternative. Think of it as your ticket to the changing of world. Science and technology now runs in your blood. You have every potential to make the difference. Martin Luther King had said, "Science has overcome religion. Therefore, we have guided missiles and misguided men." There is much more power in your education than you may think or even imagine. We often take our education so much for granted. Ask the importance of education to somebody who was denied it. Malala Yousafzai said it all. One book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. Today, under this roof, we have so much potential to change the world. Let us commit ourselves that we will do it our bit in changing at least our own small world, if not the entire world. Also remember, education is a continuous process. It's like climbing an infinite ladder to reach the sky. Achieving a degree or getting honors is like completing one step of this journey. There are many steps ahead of you, and please do climb them. My dear students, each one of us typically gets a span of 30 years to 38 years of active career. One can divide it into 3 distinct phases of approximately 12 years each. I shall say 1 tarpa each. The first 12 years you can dedicate or you can imagine to be a learning phase, as I had already said. This phase will teach you to shape up your knowledge, what you have gained, into more specific skills. Let me caution you, in case you do change your jobs or directions more often during this phase, the spread of knowledge will increase, but the depth may not increase. I would also like to give you another friendly advice here. In the business world, everyone is paid in 2 coins. One is cash and the other is experience. So take the experience first. The cash will follow. After the first phase of learning comes the next phase, that is the earning phase. Earning not by way of earning money. Here the rewards start coming in terms of higher pay compensations, recognitions, or emergence as technology expert, or so on. One can really earn back as has been invested. In other words, reap the benefits of your education, your skills, your training in this phase. As you enter the 3rd phase of your life or active career, it is often time to give back. To whom shall we give back? To the organization, to the society, and to all those who contributed to what you are. The ways of giving back could be different, but the thought and feelings would be the same. We are fortunate to be a part of rich culture where giving back is a part and parcel of our education. You will perhaps appreciate it much more or much better when you are my age or you are the age of your parents. So coming close to my address, congratulations once again, each one of you. Today is your day. You are off to great places. You are off and away. Your brains are in your heads. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You are on your own. and you know what you know. But remember, when you leave here, don't forget why you came here. You came here to get education. Take with you all the good memories and leave behind your mark. May God bless you. Thank you.
I'm sure what Mrs. Rashmi Urdhvareshe has shared this evening has struck a chord with each of you. Her insightful words will echo in your minds as you pave your way through life. Our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Father Thomas Aikara, is the guiding force and inspiration that enables Christ University to grow from strength to strength. Father, I humbly request you to address the gathering.
A distinguished chief guest, Mrs. Rashmi Urdhvareshe, our dear Reverend Dr. Thomas C. Matthew, our Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Abraham B.M., our Pro-Vice Chancellor, our dear Registrar Daniel Pinto, heads of the faculties, Mr. Eugenio Oberoi, the President of Christ Alumni Association, dear Deans, respected members of the faculty, my dear graduates, parents, ladies and gentlemen, I deem it my pleasant duty and a proud privilege to join you all in this solemn annual function of the Convocation of the University. At the very outset, let me congratulate all the graduates of the day for the great success and achievements. You have all the reasons to be happy and proud today as you have realized one of your fond dreams. You have realized only one of your dreams. You have to keep on dreaming. Once you stop dreaming, your creativity will slowly get stagnant. Your performance will turn out to be poor and unproductive. Please do bear in mind that there is a magnificent magic in your dreams. There is an inner power in your dreams that can empower you incessantly, motivate you positively, and keep you moving always creatively. Please do keep on having creative dreams. While you are joyful and proud today, you are, I would have thought, bound to be grateful. Grateful to God Almighty, who is supporting and is sustaining and accompanying presence in our day-to-day life. Grateful to your beloved parents, who keep you always very close to their hearts. Your parents who work for you and for your bright future. Your parents who think with you, who feel with you, who in fact live for you. Never allow them to get disappointed. You have to be grateful to your teachers who helped you to open your inner eyes, who helped you to think systematically, to study comprehensively, to evaluate correctly different data and daily events. Your teachers who helped you to set the right priority of values in your life. Again, your teachers who guided you in your academic journey, who accompanied you in molding your vision of life. Be grateful to the entire alma mater that stood by you all, always, and in all its curricular and co-curricular activities, trying to nurture a mature Christite culture. It is indeed an ever-vibrant culture with its commendable core values, with its basic vision of inclusiveness and integration, a Christite culture with a strong social commitment and nation building, a Christite culture with its global networking and world-class ambience. Above all, a Christ-like culture that instills in you a strong self-confidence, developing a clear awareness of the power of your identity, enabling you all to face life positively and creatively. This is indeed the core and goal of education for which we all spend our time and energy. To get graduated in a particular discipline is certainly praiseworthy. But to attain a clear self-awareness, to my mind, is more praiseworthy. Self-awareness is the real door to realization success in life. Holistic self-awakening is the real goal of education as I understand it. Thus, parents, teachers, and the entire universe that envelops us do help us to get us self-awakened. To find meaning in our life, we must have a clear awareness of our own identity, who we are, what we strive after, what are the strengths we possess, what are the weaknesses we suffer from, why do we do what we do, etc. Success in life starts from this real and clear self-awareness of our own personality and self-identity. On this happy occasion of your graduation, it is befitting and beneficial, I would have thought, to pay more attention to your self-awareness. 2015 is declared to be the year of light and light-related technologies. Let our education, leading to an enlightening self-awareness, enkindle the light within us. Helping us to tap the light-related technologies is my sincere wish for you. At the same time, let us not forget, as Mrs. Rashmi beautifully put it, let us not forget that India lives in her young generation. India has the largest youth population in the world, 35% between the age 15 and 34. My dear graduates, this is your era. Please do note that there are many who are extremely successful at a very young age. In some sense, what one should have attained at 50s and 60s is attained by teenagers and youngsters in their 20s today. I have a feeling that there are several young billionaires in this era of ours. Facebook co-founder Mark Zuckerberg, CEO and co-founder of Snapchat Ivan Spiegel, and the founder of a blood testing company, Theranos, Elizabeth Holmes, are some of the such examples. Let us be grateful in acquiring wealth. At the same time, let us be generous in giving. Youngsters are really crazy about startups. Last week, I hope you all remember, the world was pretty shocked when the CEO of Housing.com, Rahul Yadav, declared that rupees 200 crores worth shares he has in his company was to be distributed among all the employees of his company. What was more shocking was what was more shocking was about this 26-year-old IIT dropout was his comment after this historic gifting away of all his shares. He said, I quote, "It is too early for me to get serious about money." He was 26, Again he said, if something does not exist, build it yourself. And if it does not work, move on. Keep moving. You will have money, his words. You will have money on your way. You will have fame on your way. You will have followers and admirers on your way. Do not stop by that. Always think that you have miles to go before you sleep. Let me conclude my short message by quoting famous Mark Twain. Many of us in our teens thought that we were really knowledgeable. When we are in our early 20s, we start feeling that there are others who are more knowledgeable.
Your words of wisdom always inspire us to bring out the best, Father. The Alumni Association is one of the pillars of our university. It is my pleasure to invite Mr. Jugnu Oberoi, President of the Christ University Alumni Association, to felicitate our graduates.
By God, too many speakers for my graduation. When will this fat guy be over so that we can click pictures with our batchmates and parents? Yes, this is exactly what I was thinking way back in this campus during my graduation too. Only that time we took black and white pictures. That too, our batchmates were all guys. Yep, sadly, it was not a co-ed college in my years. While today you have these charming ladies dressed in their best, plus added to it you take colored pictures. Jealous? Surely I am. That's why when I met Father Kariel, the principal who introduced co-ed in this campus in 1987, I think it was, yes, asked him, Father, why were you so harsh with us that we had an all-boys college? Plus, that's why I had to go all the way to Singapore to find my wife. Father smiled and replied, Jugnu, during your time and the batches which followed you, we found that the attendance of students in class was going down, while the attendance outside the gates of Mounts and Jyoti Nivas was going up. Hence, we thought it best to bring both Mounts and Jyoti Nivas into our campus. Added to my troubles, while I was seated below, Father VC sent me a note. Jugnu, we have a huge traffic blockade outside our gates. Due to the breakdown, so please keep till the traffic clears, so please keep talking. I said, on what, Father? He said, as far as I'm interested, you can run an algebra class if you want. So my Christites, lend me your ears. I stand before you as a terrified teacher, but a very proud Christite. I think I better rush back to my formal address before Father Varghese fines me for spoiling the decorum of this fine function this evening. Our ever youthful and humble Chancellor, Dr. Reverend Father Thomas Aikra, guest of honor, Mrs. Rashmi, Director of ARI, the commanding officer of today's passing out regiment, Honorary Colonel of the Indian Armed Forces, Reverend Father Dr. C. Thomas, every Christite's bodyguard and best friend in Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Abraham, Reverend Father Sebastian, the Principal of Christ Junior College, respected fathers, Dr. Anil, the Gentleman Registrar, every student's enemy as he refused to give us any grace marks, Controller of Examination, Professor Johnny Joseph. Our strength in this university, deans, HODs, faculty, non-teaching staff, happy parents, invitees, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, today's proud graduating battalion of Christites. My namaskarams, walaikum salam, sat sri akal, and a very good evening to one and all. Graduation Day is an event which every student looks forward to, for it's today one changes from a youth to a man, from a girl to a woman ready to face the challenging world on their own feet. I recall my graduation over 40 years back, and remember we too had some fine speakers giving us some sound advice, and advice which most of us took it in our daily pathways where we built up our futures. This day, you have just received some great advice from speakers before me, and I urge you to keep it in mind. Let me, now as your senior, add a small bit to their thoughts. I'm not going to remind you that your tomorrow needs hard work, etc., As I'm sure with your years in this college, this has been drilled into every Christite. At the outset, I carry the greetings of thousands of fellow Christites who have walked out of this institution with their heads held high. Today, I just wish to remind you of two very important aspects in our life which we tend to forget, that we are Indians first and our culture is still appreciated by the West. While we try to ape them, as we grow, we not only tend to forget but also not to give them the due respect which the society and we need to give. The first is a fraternity which is treated like the oldest profession in the world. I'm pained to hear when students tell me, "But sir, I paid my fees, so why care or remember them?" Let's not forget, they have given us all their wealth of knowledge, and no money can buy this wealth. If it was so, each one of us would have been a Bill Gates or a Narayan Murthy. Yes, my friends, I am thinking about our teachers. Today, I will share with you a true story of a student and his teacher. The student is yours truly, Jugnu. The teacher is my third standard school teacher called Mrs. David. I did my schooling at Bolland Boys, Bangalore. Mrs. David was my class teacher in third standard when I should have been around 10 years and around 15 kgs in weight. I had not seen her since leaving school over 40 years back, though remember that she was a pretty lady which we all adored. A few years back, the principal of Baldwin's invited some senior alumni to request us to plan an event for the school, since it was celebrating 125 years. So we seniors, around 10 heads, formed a core group and planned to hold a ball at the Leela Hotel, called it down Memory Lane. In this group was Akash Rayal, the current director of Bethany High School, also a Christite, and we became friends, and I came to know that Mrs. David was his mother. As we had to meet regularly, we 10 suggested each one of us host a dinner meet. So when Akash's turn came, he offered to host it at his school. It gave us an opportunity to see his school, plus told him I would love to meet my teacher and his mother too. The day dawned when we met at his office, and after the meeting proceeded to the boys' dining room for dinner, where his mother, Mrs. David, was welcoming each one of us. My friends, please listen to this part. When my turn came, Akash told his mother, "Ma, this is one of your students. Do you recognize him?" For 5 seconds, she looked into my face and addressed me with a name. Immediately, Akash said, "No, Ma, this is Jugnu. You could have forgotten him. It's so long back you taught him." I stopped Akash and told him, "You are wrong, my friend. My teacher has addressed me by the correct legal name, a name which today only my auditors or my bankers may know. An official name with which I sign my check. Jugnu is my pet name. Somewhere after my education, it got stuck both in my private and social circle." Christites, the same was repeated to me 15 years back when I honored my teacher, Benny Sir, who taught me economics in the year 1969 at this college. He also addressed me by that name. What I'm trying to stress is here is a fraternity who, like your parents, never ever forget each of their parents. Then why do we not give them the due respect of at least dropping by and informing them that the plant they have watered has given fruit? You will see a joy of happiness in their eyes. As you may be aware, the Alumni Association holds a full day of fun and carnival for the teachers and non-teaching staff called Fun Fiesta every year, where we distribute gifts, run games for them. This year it's being held on the 4th of July. I'm giving you passing out graduates an opportunity to present a personal gift to any of your favorite faculty. If so, leave it in our central block reception with your name of your teacher, your name and mobile number. And on 4th, I will personally invite you to present it and take a selfie for remembrance. Or better still, leave a gift for the backup staff like security who made your stay here safe in the campus. The maid who kept our college look like Singapore, or the one who kept your toilets spick and span. Come, join me in thanking this fraternity. For even our scriptures tell us we bow to our gurus first and then the Lord above. My Christites, later part of this evening, I urge you to spend by parting with your friends. A glass of beer or wine is fine. As you will shortly bid farewell to your benchmate of the last few years, for you do need to celebrate the over 15 years of hard work you have put to reach today's function. But before that, go home. Thank that old couple as you youngsters address as parents. Carry a card, a rose, or a chocolate, or give them a jadoo ki jappi and would just say the two words, thank you. Take their blessings for walking the distance with you in the last 20 years of your growth. Do recall, just at a drop of hat, you've asked your mother to wake you up at 4 a.m. to study for an exam. And the poor lady tosses and turns the whole night in the fear that she may miss the alarm, wakes up much earlier, makes you that steaming hot cup of coffee, and then repeatedly tries to wake you up. Remember the number of times your dear father quietly kept beside his necessities so that you could enjoy and buy some luxury during your time in college. If possible, do tell them you will guide them in the twilight years. My fellow Christites, I do not recall if I have said these words to my parents. And even today, I long to say so, but unfortunately, fate has separated us. Let history not be repeated with you. Here, my friends, I leave you with a touching story. After his death, the son decided to leave his mother at an old home age, where he visited her off and on. One day, he received a call from the old age home saying, your mother is very serious. Please come and visit her. So the son went and saw that his mother was very critical. And on her dying bed, he asked her, Mother, what can I do for you? Ma replied, please install fans in the old age home, as there are none. Also put a fridge for the betterment of the food, because many a times I slept hungry without food. The son was surprised and asked mother, while you were here, you never complained, but now you have a few hours left. Why are you telling me this? She replied, it's okay, dear. I manage with the heat and hunger and pain. But when your children send you here, I'm afraid you will not be able to bear it. My Christites, this is every parent. Even in their last breath, they will remember you. So why don't we give them the respect they deserve? I can go on and on giving you many stories of misdeed, but time is not with me today. Our Prime Minister has called us for a change. I, as your President, appeal to you. Let's lead the change in ourselves. Let's give both these fraternity the true love and respect they deserve. In the lighter tone, coming back to your Alumni Association, I do hope each of you have registered in our web page. It's free of cost. And through it, you will be able to keep in touch with the activities of the association as well as updates of the happenings in the university campus. I also invite any of you youngsters to join my core team and help us to bring the association to a higher level. Do mail me if you're keen to be a part of my core team. Some of our activities, like the just concluded free scholarship to the needy Christites, is very close to my heart. The Fun Fiesta, a day for a faculty, is on 4th July, which will be followed by the health camp for everyone in the campus. Our AGM is in October, followed by the Family Day on 26 January, where a few thousand of us gather in this very same auditorium, followed by dinner. I seem to have crossed my time, but before I bid you best, would like to share with you what my late father gave me when I graduated. Even today, when I am in difficulty, I read it in a corner as it reminds me that I and I alone have to face the problem. He called it an odd philosophy of life. Man comes into this world without his consent, leaves it against his will, and while on earth he is misguided and misunderstood. In infancy he is an angel, in boyhood he is a devil, and in manhood he is a fool. If he has a wife and children, he is a chump. If he is a bachelor, he is inhuman and mean. If he enters a public house, he's a drunkard, and if he stays out of it, he's a miser. If he's poor, he has no brains. If he's rich, he has all the luck in the world and is a crook. If he has IQ, he's too smart. If he goes to the temple, he's an hypocrite. And if he stays away, he's a sinner. If he gives charity, it's for advertisement. If he does not, he is stingy. When he comes into this world, everybody wants to kiss him. Before he leaves this world, everybody wants to kick him. If he dies young, he has a great future. If he lives to a ripe old age, everybody hopes he has made a will. It is therefore impossible to please everybody, so do your duty and be fearless. Use your common sense, which is so uncommon, and if you make mistakes, it is better than doing nothing. Hence, keep smiling. Nobody wants to hear about your troubles of others, as they have wagon loads of their own. Signing off, I say, मेरे दोस्त, कभी अलविदा मत कहना. The gates of Christ University are always open for its alumni. Wishing you all the best. Godspeed. God bless. Jai Hind.
It is this infectious enthusiasm of this forever young at heart Christite which inspires every graduating batch to come back and strengthen our alumni network. The time that you have spent in the hallowed portals of this university will forever be cherished. Let us now hear from our student representative, Ms. Reba Monica John, what life at Christ University has meant to today's graduates.
We can be anything we want to be, only if we have an education system that encourages us rather than holds us down. A tree can grow beautifully, but only if its roots are given a healthy foundation. And Christ University has provided us that very foundation by living up to our motto, excellence in service in all aspects of education. From the curricular activities to academics, holistic development has been the top priority, with an aim to not just build academicians, but rather responsible and educated individuals that can revolutionize the world. Immense opportunities to prove what we are, or rather what we can be, approached us in all means, and to have purposefully wrapped up this chapter of our lives, to be sitting in this auditorium as graduates, is indeed a reason to be proud of. It is hard to reckon how time flies. Today is a celebration, a chance to reflect on the past few years in this renowned institution. It is a wonderful achievement that in time you will look back with pride regarding the friends we've made, the battles we have both won and lost, the experiences we have enjoyed, and the success we have achieved. To graduate from an institution that thousands dream to be a part of, a blessing, and the emotion that rushes within us when we call ourselves Christites, unexplainable. The continuous internal assessments, or CIAs as we call them, cribbing about attendance shortage, the rush in the libraries and never-ending queues outside the photocopy stores the day before the exams, the profusion of eateries to your north, south, east, west, innumerable activities that happen across the campus every day, the memorable time with our friends, friendship that will last for a lifetime. And above all, the beautiful, serene campuses, both the Kingeri and the main campus, that imbibes in us a positive energy, which might not be the case with classrooms for most of us. So much that will truly be missed. I know the education, life lessons, and experiences we have received will continue to support us in our upcoming journey. Regardless of what our endeavors may be, the future is ours to take advantage of, to make a difference to, and to understand what great opportunities there are for the taking. It's time for us to say farewell to this institution, to those who maintain it, and those who stand with us and behind us. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to all the management, faculty, and staff, the people with a magnitude of superb quality. Words alone cannot express how blessed we've been to have had your presence in our lives. So sorry. I believe that there are three types of people in this world: those that make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. Let us be that person who makes things happen. What an exciting world we are contributing to. I hope this farewell is more of a see you again. The hopes that each of us may set off to provide a little more in any area we can will ensure that our communities, schools, and profession continue to flourish. Because, in the end, each of us must be the change we wish to see in the world. Now that we've got those precious certificates that tell us that we're worthy enough to do so, let us all walk ahead with our heads held high. Even though we change with time, our Christite spirit will always survive. Thank you.
If a picture speaks 1,000 words, then a song captures 1,000 emotions. We now have the university choir with their rendition of the farewell song. Graduation is a beginning for you, a time for looking forward, a time to set new goals, to dream new dreams, to try your wings and to see what lies beyond. On that note, with the permission of the Honorable Chancellor, I declare the formal convocation ceremony closed. Gratitude is the most humble expression which acknowledges that we achieve nothing on our own. I request Professor Raghunandan from the Faculty of Engineering to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, one and all. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of the dreams. I congratulate all those who have received your degrees today. It's my honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this auspicious and wonderful day. We believe that convocation is not an end, but a new beginning. The exercise, therefore, commenced with the customary academic procession. In a symbolic gesture, the teachers handed on the lamp of knowledge, as it were to you. They have geared you to face life rationally, logically, and in a rightful manner. As each flame burned brighter, you became one with the milestone moment and the Christ University motto, excellence and service. The responsibility now rests on your shoulders to carry forward the wisdom gathered from your teachers in the years to come and in the places where your lives will lead you. How others see you is not important. How you see yourself means everything. Have faith in yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and you will reach the pinnacle of success. I thank God Almighty for giving us an opportunity to serve and being part of this great university. I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Father Thomas Ikera, for presiding over the function and who has always been a guiding spirit for all of us. Thank you, Father. On behalf of Christ University and everybody gathered here, I take this opportunity to thank our chief guest, Mrs. Rashmi Urdureshe, Director ARAI, for gracing this auspicious day. As a token of gratitude, I request Father VC to present a memento to our chief guest. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Father Thomas C. Matthew, has been a leader, mentor, and motivator for all of us. On behalf of everybody gathered here, I thank you, Father, for your contribution. I thank the Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Father Abraham, the Registrar, Dr. Anil Pinto, Controller of Examination, Professor Johnny Joseph, all the directors, Alumni President, Mr. Jugno Oberoi, Deans, Associate Deans, HODs, coordinators, and faculty members who have been instrumental in molding the students what they are today, and also for all your effort in making the convocation a success. My thanks go to all newly graduated Christites who are present here, and I hope you have enjoyed your special and important day today. I wish you all the best in your future. Convocation is a very important day in one's life. For all the proud parents and guardians who are present here today, your presence has meant a lot to all the graduates and to all of us. I thank you all. To all the class teachers, volunteers of student welfare, NCC, and every department, I thank you all for your efforts to make this program a success. All the non-teaching staff, technicians, and all support staff who have worked enthusiastically along with the faculty coordinators since over a month to organize the event, I thank you. I thank the MC of the day, Professor Rupali, and the core team for the melodious song. Thank you one and all. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Professor Raghunandan. As we come to the close of the proceedings of this evening, I request you all to kindly rise for the national anthem. Kindly remain standing as the dignitaries leave the auditorium. The procession is led by Registrar and Controller of Examination, followed by Honorable Chancellor, the Chief Guest, Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean, Associate Deans, heads of the departments. Graduates are reminded to return their robes in the allotted classrooms as you exit the auditorium. Parents and well-wishers, you are requested to follow the instructions of the volunteers who will guide you towards exit. Congratulations once again and have a great future.